Thank you very much for visiting my channel. If not difficult, like and subscribe to my channel to always be aware of events. Parts of Africa are drowning in millions of used garments the fast fashion industry ships over each year, even though big names like H.